Hello, friends. How are you? How's life? How's things in your world? Please let me know. As always, in the comments, I love hearing from you, and I mean that very sincerely. Let me know. Uh, some of you have been following the. Uh, I don't want to say drama. Where is my combination square? There it is. I move tools around. Some of you followed the Violet situation, and I wanted to just kind of pop in and give a small update on what's happening in her world. She gained some weight, so that's a good thing. For those of you who don't know, I had a daughter in June, my third daughter, and she was doing okay, and then all of a sudden things went downhill, and she got kind of sick, and we weren't sure what was going on, and she was crying a lot. Come to find out, she has really bad reflux, which is a very common thing to have happen in babies her age. And so she started losing weight, which was a big problem. And then we got her on some medication, and that helped for a couple days. And then after a couple of days, the medication stopped working, and then she was back to screaming and crying. And it was a very rough couple of weeks for us. But yesterday, my wife went and had a consultation. Sorry, I was burping. I need to remember to do these videos. Anyway, I burp anyway. She had a consultation yesterday with a lactation consultant. We talked about supplemental feeding after nursing, and increasing supply, that kind of stuff. So the good news is she's improving. Not very much. She hasn't gained a ton of weight, but she's gained some weight, which is better than none weight. Trust me. And hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll get her back on track and she'll be fine. I very much appreciate everybody chiming in when I talk about her. She means a lot to me right now, and trust me, I don't take for granted that these are some of the best times, and I shouldn't be worried about myself right now, and I should be focused on her. I get that. Trust me, I have 2 other kids. Been through this. I have 2 other kids, and I made significant mistakes with them. So trying not to repeat those mistakes here, trying to be a very present and aware father, and take care of my kid. I've also had some questions about about her kind of. I don't want to say personally. That's not. Some people have asked when she's gonna come on the show. That kind of, she's not. We've made a conscious decision as a family, as a team, to keep her off of our social medias. So I think my wife has shared a picture of her privately on her social media, which is privated. I will not be sharing pictures of Violet on social media. I have shared privately some pictures, so if you're interested, if you're really curious, you can reach out, whatever. I'm an open book, but I also recognize that when I do this show, there's more to consider than just myself. And as selfish as I have been in my past, especially in regards to this show and that kind of thing, I've got to really maybe consider that other people's lives are involved, and that I don't get carte blanche to talk about their lives just because I'm talking about mine. It's kind of hard, one of the reasons that I've done this show all these years is that oversharing is kind of a way for me to hold myself accountable. But oversharing when you're sharing other people's details maybe isn't fair to that person. And I have to take that into consideration. So, for that reason, I've tried to just not. I didn't get screws, but this is done. This is one of my favorite superpowers. This is like it is a superpower to be able to say I need a thing, and to just walk in here and in like 5 minutes basically have that thing created and ready. This is just a very simple very simple shelf that I can sit on top of my bass amp. On the top of my bass amp, there's a handle right here, and I want to be able to set this on top of that amp and then have a flat surface to put my songbooks and that kind of thing, drinks or whatever. My amp is kind of a side table at this point. It sits beside my couch, and so I keep my songbook and stuff right on top of it. And I just need a platform that doesn't have a big hump in the middle. And the real question is whether I made this wide enough. I honestly don't know if this will fit. If not, I will have to notch this leg, and I'm fine with that. I just haven't done that yet. So it's a superpower to be able to come down here and whip something like this out. Maybe my favorite superpower. But again, thank you everybody for reaching out about Violet. She's doing better, hopefully. On the medication that she's currently on, we upped her dosage. We're giving it to her twice a day. She is not screaming in pain anymore. She's not throwing up constantly. There for a while, she was spitting up a lot, like way more than she should be. Like babies spit up, and that's normal. And she is still spitting up, but it's just like little dribbles. There for a while, she was spitting up a lot and then screaming about it. And then she wasn't getting enough food. She was having reflux, burning her, hurting her, whatever. That all has passed on this new medication since last Thursday or so. She's been a happy, healthy baby who's smiling and who's trying, or maybe even longer than that. I'm not sure. But at least for the last week, maybe a week and a half, she's been a happy, smiling, healthy baby. Now we just have to get her weight gain back on track. So thank you all for your concern and for sticking with me and listening to random topics about whatever. I appreciate that you come hang out with me every day. It means the world to me. So thanks for that. I'm going to finish this guy and then go back to work because I've got a lot to do today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the video. Please do so. Please leave a comment. Please leave a question or a topic we can talk about in a future episode. Please or subscribe if you haven't. Share the video, whatever you need to do. I appreciate all of you very, very much. And I will see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We are learning 15 relationship truths for tough times. Number 6, harsh words can hurt a person more than physical pain. Taste your own words before you let them out. Words hurt and scar more than you think, so think before you speak. And remember, what you say about others also says a whole lot about you. What I've had to learn over the years is that sometimes I say things and people maybe put more weight into those things than I expected. Meaning that, like, I give criticism or I give commentary, and the person takes it to heart way more sensitively than I thought they would. And sometimes that's a bad thing, and you really have to think about it. Like, maybe you don't want to, like, completely redirect that person's course just because you needed to say something. Sometimes that can sit with a person and be way more impactful than you think. And I've often had the remark of, like, why do you listen to me if you don't like what you're hearing? And the question should be, why am I saying things that you don't want to hear?